Ice Cube is defending working with Trump and his contract with Black America. Now, Cube said that he did it for the betterment of the Black community, and he made it clear, crystal clear, that he's not endorsing any candidate whatsoever. But it's kind of interesting, though, how the Trump administration will only listen to Black entertainers and athletes, but never to any Black political figure or someone with an expertise in politics. Now, it's also important to note that the Biden-Harris platform already addressed much of what Ice Cube was asking for. We already talked about this on previous episodes. Make sure that you check out the Everybody Mad podcast. But even though Cube doesn't really, he said that he doesn't endorse anyone, it's clear, it's crystal clear, in my opinion, that he's not rocking with Biden. I think Ice Cube right now, he's doing a lot of press right now. He's on these talk shows and stuff. I think he's trying not to get canceled. Again, good intentions, because I understand that you're for the Black community. But keep in mind, back in August, when we broke this whole story, because we were like one of the only first people to be talking about Ice Cube and all this stuff right here. We were the first. Ice Cube, he was actually encouraging people not to vote. That ain't cool, and that's not supporting the Black community. That is not for the Black community. Trump has been in office for the past 4 years, hasn't done anything for Black folks at all. You know what I'm saying? But now, in the 11th hour, we're just 13 days until the election. Now you're trying to present us with a contract. You know what I'm saying? So the question is, should we cancel Ice Cube? And I also want to know, do you agree with his rhetoric?
I don't want to sway anybody's opinion. And this is what I was saying on Facebook. I was just trying to lay out the facts, because someone was saying, oh yeah, you're wrong. Like Ice Cube is doing way more than whatever. And I was like, well, actually, like I had to bring up some facts about it. And like the fact that here's Biden did his plan, and you can see his plan. I'm on his plan and I'm still scrolling. This is Biden's plan for Black America, and I ain't gonna read it. You can read it yourself. There's Ice Cube's plan, which is the contract for Black America. So I read that. So I had all three of them side by side. I just read all the different plans. And here's his plan. You have that plan, so you can go not quite as long, but there's a plan. Then you have you got Trump's plan. He got his platinum plan. So and you got it there. So that's coming up now. So everybody has a plan. So basically you got three plans. One of the plans came out in May. The other plan came out in September. Ice Cube's plan came out in October. That's just facts. And I just wanted to tell people that. And people was like, oh no, Ice Cube's doing way more for Black people than that. I'm like, well, is he? Because he's kind of late to the game. And then now I just looked at it and there's like almost 50 million people have voted. So it's like, why are you trying to give us a plan for why we should pick a side when people are already into this, bro? Like, you needed to do this back in May. I'm not going to say Ice Cube is like a sellout. A lot of people have said that. They've called him coon. Like, I've heard Ice Coon. I've heard so many different things. I ain't there. Like, I like Ice Cube. I love Players Club and Barbershop and know that. So I'm not canceling them out yet. But I'm just saying, like you said, it doesn't look like he's playing on both sides, because from the facts that I just showed you, just on the plan, Biden out of the three, Biden, Ice Cube, and Trump, Biden was the first one to actually think about putting down a plan for Black people. Like, that's just facts. And then the other part too is, Cube, if you're going to play both sides, you have to play both sides. And I haven't heard him say anything negative about Trump at all.
But he says negative stuff about Biden, and that's what's bothering me. He'll say, oh, well, Biden didn't do this and Biden didn't do that. But he never once said anything about, well, Trump just came out with this plan, and he's been in office for 4 years. And, he keeps on saying, well, I gave the idea to the person in power. Well, why would you do that when the person in power don't care about us, Black people, at all? Will not denounce white supremacists at all. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm just trying to figure out, like, I'm still trying to understand his whole rhetoric and his thought process. Again, I think people aren't really listening to what Ice Cube is saying, because I think he's kind of dancing around, and he's saying, well, I'm not for either side. And like a lot of the comments on social media, everybody is saying, oh, Ice Cube he's really for the betterment of Black people and this and that. But no, you got to look at when he initially came out with this. See, no one is talking about that, because Ice Cube was really trying to deter people from voting.
Right.
And he was really fighting for Trump.
My thing is, he's trying to have it like I am looking out for my people, when honestly, like, we know Ice Cube is worth almost $150 million. So he stands to financially benefit from Trump being in office. So, like, let's just call a spade, and let's just say what it is. Like, I'm fine with it. Like, be like 50 Cent. 50 Cent said, you know what? Yeah, I'm supporting Trump because I'm not trying to pay this high tax rate. I get that. And my thing is, like, I don't care who you vote for. Pick who you want to pick. Just vote. But to me, Ice Cube was just being disingenuous about his reasons, because if you were as into black people, you should have got with the Biden camp in May when they first came out with theirs. Like, it seems like you're trying to play us when you have some other intentions to, like, dude, just make your money. Like, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with you being a Trump supporter and making your money, because that's your motivation. That's fine, but don't try and sell me something and then tell me it's something else.
Right. And that's exactly
that's what I was saying on Facebook, is that, like, yeah, looking at all the other things, like, he has a deal in Qatar worth like $9 billion. Don't tell me he doesn't have some money in this game. People don't know about that, but make decisions based on what you need to make them on. But don't try and lie to me and tell me that you're making them for my benefit when you know that it's for your own personal benefit first.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Leave your comments. I see some comments coming in. Miss Moore down in Savannah checking in with us. She said, amen, Kenya, 11th hour with an everyday liar. So I totally agree with her on that. She said, catfishing us with the colored people were platinum. Also, let's see who else is checking in. Shouts out to the Drunken Monk.